Stampers, Deb Valder here with another video for you, and I'm hoping it'll bring some absolutely wonderful inspiration to you. I love doing this. Today it is the Impossible Fold card. All of the products shown here can be found in our Teaspoon of Fun paper crafting shop at www.teaspoonofun.com, and we have a blog over there, we have our shop over there, we have some sweet rewards over there, we've got some sales going on, lots and lots of things. But back in the day, this kind of card really took a lot of cutting and measuring, but we've been finding for the shop some really fantastic dies to make your life easier. This one couldn't be any better. This one would take some time to do the cutting and the measuring and that kind of stuff. With this one, it is seconds to do. This card is an actual A2 card, and it is... it kind of looks like it's not an A2 card, but it is. It fits into a regular size envelope, and I have done so many of these because they are so fun to put together and so much fun to receive because they just kind of pop up. So let me show you what we're going to do. I'm going to be using some things from the shop. This is the It's About the Day. This is our very first stamp from Teaspoon of Fun. It was debuted on August 17, 2023. It was the most magnificent day. We rolled it out at our Stamping Saratoga style event, and it was fantastic. So this is the set that I'm going to use. So many people have, well, we've sold out and then restocked, but so many people have just commented on how wonderful they love it. It is all about us. This is why we wanted the very first set to be fantastic, and this was it. Okay, so that's the first thing. The next thing I wanted to show you is the actual die and all the pieces that go along with it. There's actually, out of all of these pieces, there's really only one die that it takes to make this card, and it is absolutely fantastic. All the rest of the pieces are just the fluff, and it makes your life, again, so much easier. So what do? I cut out a gazillion of everything, and that way there, we have them at the ready. What do I mean by that? I just take and cut and cut and cut, and then I have them all ready. I can just go in and grab colors and pieces, and this one right here is the one we're going to do today. We don't have to do the layering like I'm doing now. We could actually take and do some colored cardstock or some pattern papers. These are some that we have in the shop. Go in and look at our 6x6 papers. They're amazing. The ones that we have for the holidays, actually this is the one that I used for this card. It's called Winter Magic, and I used for this one also, I used the Season's Greetings set, and that's a little die. You could use our Warm and Cozy set. There's just so many different papers that we have. Like I said, I just love them. Go look at our 6x6 paper pads. They're gorgeous. All right. So without any further ado, let's get started. This little guy right here is in our shop. He was one of the very first stamps we ever sold. We love him. We've got a few of those left, so grab them while you can. And let's get started. So I cut everything ahead of time. Like I said, I have stacks and stacks and stacks of these because I figure if I'm going to cut, I'm going to just keep cutting and just put them in my little envelope and have them at the ready. I'll keep this out so we can see what we're doing. All right. So when I say this card is super easy, this is what the base is. What do we do with this base? All you do is just take one of the corners and just flip it. So right here, there's a score mark. If you flip it like this, all right, it automatically sets this up like that. Now, there's a couple of different ways that you can do it. What do I mean by that? For this one, I actually have this large piece on the left-hand side, but if you want to, you can have it on, whoops, let's go back to the original. All right, so for this one, what I did was I took the left side and I flipped it back, and that made the large piece on this side. If I take this one and I flip the right side, all right, then we have the smaller piece on this side. Why does that matter? It doesn't, but if you want to decorate the left side or the right side, anyway, it gives you options. No rhyme or reason to it. For this little guy right here, I'm going to actually take and flip it this way. So what I did was I just took this side right here. Whoops, wait a minute, let's do it this way. For this side right here, what I did was I took the left-hand side and I flipped it, and that gave me the little fat guy right over here on the side. Now, for this one, the little blue one, okay, I did the same thing. I put the fatter side, no, I didn't. Yes, I did. I put the fatter side on the bottom right here, all right? But instead of doing all the layers, I just used, again, simplifying, I just used my pattern paper, my decorative paper, and I did that for all the little pieces right here. That's part of that set, or that paper pack. They all are, all right? And I used this, but you don't have to use that as a stabilizer. For mine, I did. So that's just an option also. All right, let's set this aside and layer our pieces. And like I said, I did a lot of this ahead of time because I already have them all cut out, and then I can make them as I go. I can mix and match. I can do whatever I need to do. But before I start that, I want to show you about an upcoming video I have on this little guy right here. So this right here is actually an embossing folder. Let me just show it to you, okay? This is the embossing folder right here. This is what it looks like when you emboss it, okay? And then what it does, we've had these in the shop, and you guys have been so excited about them, as we are. It comes with the dies also. So what you can do, there's 3 little flowers. You can cut them out. There's 1, 2, and 3. You can cut them out and do some layering on them. At our Stamping Saratoga Style event, we did one, and this was it right here. So all we did was we used our Luma paint to just brush on a little bit of color. We did it on a black, or not black, a green background. And then this piece right here is a flower, let me find it, that is cut out and put on here, just like that. But we're gonna take it one step farther. So you cut them out, they're flat, they're kind of pretty, but not real pretty, okay? And then what you do is you take the flower and you add it to your embossing folder, just like this, all 3 of them if you want to, all right? You put it in your embossing folder, you run it through your machine, and what it comes out to be is this detailed little flower. It is gorgeous. And that is what this one, and it fits right over the top of the embossed flower on your embossed piece right there. So you're going to see me using this. I do have a video that's going to be coming up on this. This sentiment, again, comes from our Fabtabulous. It's About the Day stamp set. All right, so grab yours while you can. And what we're going to do is show you how to do this. So let's just start by taking some of our markers, and this is how fast this card is. I can show you from beginning to end. All right, so what I'm going to do is just, I didn't do any shading on this one because you don't need to. The detail on this little die right here is so amazing that you really don't need to detail it if you don't want to. If you want to go over it a couple times with the same color, it'll darken it up just a little bit, but that's all you need. That's all you need. Okay, so there's that one. And then we're going to take and do a little bit of, okay, so this one was the G21. This one is YR00, and all the measurements, all the colors that I've used, all the details for this card are on our blog post at www.teaspoonofun.com. All right, so I'm just going to take and just color in a little bit right here. All right, not a whole lot. We don't want to color a whole lot. There we go. See how pretty that is? All right, and then we're going to take the E33 and just do this little part right here. Okay, and that is And our Copic markers are a really good price at www.teaspoonofun.com. So check them out. All right, that's all there is to this flower. How fast is that? All right, so we've got our flower. Now what we can do is basically all the layering. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with this. I'm going to use my glue press because I love my glue press. They are on their way to the shop right now. So if you have ordered one, just cross your fingers. We know that they're probably not going to get to you in time for Christmas, but I will tell you right now, anybody that has ordered them will get an extra surprise in your bag for your patience on sticking with us. All right. So let's take this, lay it on this. And like I said, you don't need to use this anchor piece if you don't want to. And what it does is, I'll show it to you. We won't put this on until I show you what it can do without it. All right. So you can take this piece right here, and when you go to put it in your envelope, you can take and you can actually fold it down like this. You can take and you can put it so that they actually have to pop it up themselves. But I like to do a little anchor piece to it because it just makes it look more stable. I don't know. It's so pretty. All right. So you don't have to if you don't want to. All right. But that is that piece right there. Now let's take and put the pieces together. All right. So I've got this little guy right here. I need my little pokey thing. All right. Let's take this, poke out. There was 3 of them that didn't poke out. All right. Grab my little vacuum. And yes, this little vacuum is in our shop. All right. I lost without it. We're going to take the white piece and adhere that to the base. All right. I love this mat. They're in the shop also. I do everything on this mat. Okay. This mat and my crafting are one and the same. All right. So there's that little guy right there. And now we're going to adhere it to the one I just poked out, which is this one right here. So let me grab that. You guys have been so supportive with all the things that we get for the shop. We're very particular on what we get. We try out new companies and bring them to you. Alrighty, there's that one. Oops, I missed one right here. Alrighty. Okay, let's see if we've got that nice and straight. All right, now what I'm going to do is just adhere it down. Ta-da! Look at that. Isn't that so cute? All right, we're on our way. Now we need to do this little guy right here. So it is the big green one and the scallopy peach one. Okay, here's that. Let's take this. And we have some suggestions on our blog for the use of your glue press. Okay, there's that one. That one's going to go at the end. Let's see, or in the back. So let's just make sure we got that kind of adheres the corners and make sure everything is just down there nice and evenly. All right, so this one doesn't need any layering. This one needs to be layered onto this little guy right here because that's going to go right there. So we're going to take the white one, add some of our adhesive to it. And I only use the Nuvo glue in here. You can also use our oh my gosh, our Nuvo jewel drops and our crystal drops. They're just, you can use anything and everything in here. You'll start seeing me do it, but I just wanted to give you a heads up that there's so much you can do with this. All right, so this little guy is going to go right here. Okay. So pretty. Okay, so there's that one. Whoop, there we go. Alrighty, this one right here, we're going to take and put this on here like this. Alrighty. Have you ever used a glue gun? This is not a glue gun. Don't get them mixed up. This is a glue press. And I will tell you that it feels just like that. It just makes your life so much easier. So grab yours while you can. All right, and then I'm going to take and put this one right here. There we go. It has two size nozzles, the thicker and the thinner. But like I said, I only use Nuvo glue. And we sell that in the shop, so you can get replacements. You can get a big one and fill your other bottle, because these come with 2 bottles, by the way. All right, one empty, one full. All right, so that's that one. I think we got all of our pieces put together. Let's put it all together. So here is our little base, okay? And then what you're gonna do is decide whether you want it to go fat side here and skinny side here, or the other way around. We're gonna do it exactly like this one, just so you can see what we have. So let's start putting these little guys here first. All right, this one is going to be my base for the side, but everything is already put together. And seriously, this is how, except for the cutting part of it, but remember, I cut ahead of time, so this is exactly how long it takes me. I just go in there and figure out what colors I want to use, pick a few of them, and we go, that's nice and straight, and then use those. All right, working smarter, not harder. Okay, so there's that one, nice and flat, perfect. Let's do the back piece, which is this one right here. So we're going to take this again, just using our glue press. Now you could use our easy tape runner also, but I just wanted to use my glue because it is very forgiving, meaning that you can take and you can manipulate this back and forth until you get it the way that you want, instead of putting it down and having to try to lift it up. There we go, that's nice and even. All right, let's put this one on here. So have you guys ever tried the Impossible card? Have you tried the cutting and the folding and measuring? This just makes your life so much easier. We have so many of these new dies in the shop that just make life so much easier. All right? And this is one of them. It does not take any time at all to put this together. Like I said, working smarter, not harder. And that's what we try to do for you. All right, I got to take that one down. Let's see if this is nice and even. I can just kind of slide it here and there. We're going to get this one over here. We're going to get this one here. Ta-da! Okay, now to add the flour, I am going to use some of our, these are the thin foam squares. You need to have some of these in your shop, in your stamp room, so that you can use them when you need them. And the reason I like these is because they don't stick up too far, but it does give it a little bit of pop. All right. Okay, there's that. We're just going to add it to the side like this. Okay, and then what I'm going to do here is on the left side, I'm going to glue it straight down because this has got more layers than this side does. So for this one right here, I'm going to take and I'm going to put adhesive on the back here. So we want to kind of decide how far over it's going to go. Okay, it's going to stop right there. And then on this side, I'm going to take and put just one of our thin foam squares. And that is the card. Isn't that beautiful? And you can put it wherever you want as far as centering it or not centering it. So what I'm doing is centering it in between this green one right here and making sure that it is fitting from side to side. Let me see if I've got it straight. I do. And here is our beautiful, beautiful card. Again, like I said, this one, I just love this one. This one is going to a very special friend who loves snowmen. I love this. It came out so cute. But anyway, that is our card for today. If you have any questions, you know how to get a hold of us. There's a little I above in the corner. You can get to our shop right from there. Or in the description below, there's another little link that you can get to our shop. So make sure you click on those and get over to the shop. We so much appreciate you stopping by. You take care. Have a great day. And thank you so much.